What if I told you that someone made millions not by working endless hours on Wall Street, not by running a hedge fund, and not by analyzing complicated charts all day long, but by trading part-time from the comfort of his home, sometimes literally in his underwear? Sounds unreal, right? But it's true. Say hello to Robbie Burns, the naked trader. He wasn't naked, merely brutally frank and uncompromising in his approach. Trading in spare time after a career as a money journalist, Robbie made sound, shrewd choices. No dodgy bets, no clever graphs. He specialized in his trading, mostly in UK stocks that were small and undervalued, always set stop losses, and never risked more than he could afford to lose. His mantra was, keep it simple, stupid. That established him as a millionaire with the time to spare. You don't need Wall Street to win. You need a plan. You see, Robbie was not born with a silver spoon. He certainly did not go to Ivy League institutions and major in finance. No, he started much the same as the rest of us. With a good job and considering how he could get his savings built up, he worked in communications and journalism for ITN. By any standard, he was doing well for himself. But like so many, he wanted financial freedom, the ability to control his time, live without worry, and build real wealth. That desire led him to the stock market. But unlike every other person who begins in the market to earn fast money, Robbie did something else. He did not go in headfirst. He started slow. He treated trading as an art, something to learn, practice, and master. He made errors, lost funds, and learned from every single one of them. He did not give up when the market was against him. He learned more instead. Robbie realized something early that most people never do. The stock market is not a casino. It's not about gambling. He concentrated on purchasing quality businesses with quality financials, healthy balance sheets, stable bottom lines, and long-term potential. While the rest of the investment universe was piling onto hype trains, speculating on penny stocks, or simply responding to social media alerts, Robbie remained on course. He sidestepped the noise. He sidestepped the panic. He relied on the fundamentals. Soon, he began to experience results. His small wins began to mount up. His confidence grew. And before he was aware of it, his portfolio doubled, then tripled, then kept growing. But the best part? He never did this as a full-time profession. Robbie never abandoned his day job to trade full-time, but he traded part-time, wherever he could find time to work it in. Maybe in the morning, maybe in the evening, but never for hours a day. He didn't believe that spending the whole day staring at charts was a good thing. He believed quality, not quantity. That's what set him apart. That's what earned him his nickname, the Naked Trader. And no, it's not because he trades naked, although he enjoys joking about it. It's because he strips away all the unnecessary layers, the hype, the jargon, the sexy-looking interfaces, and gets to the point. Now, how precisely did he trade? Robbie's method is refreshingly simple. He carefully searches for businesses undervalued but fundamentally sound. He appeals exclusively to small-cap and mid-cap stocks, where companies have the potential but are still flying under the radar. This includes reading financial statements, analyzing earnings, working cash flow, analyzing trends, and the like. Then he makes a decision. When he buys a stock, he has a target for a profit. He has a stop loss too, a price at which he would close the trade if it goes against him. With that, he never lets a single losing trade ruin his profits. Discipline is the key. He doesn't employ leverage. He doesn't borrow to invest. He invests with his own money. Money he might lose. That humbles him. That keeps his risk in proportion. And most significantly, he keeps a trading journal. For every trade that he makes, he documents why he bought the stock, what happened, and what he learned. That feedback loop helps him to continually improve. His strategy paid off. Through the years, Robbie transformed £20,000 into over £2 million, all part-time, all clear-headed, and never by attempting to impress anyone with grand language or fanciful forecasts. He has written a bestseller called The Naked Trader that does not offer promises of overnight riches, but provides a straightforward, practical guide to investing. Readers loved how relatable Robbie was. He wasn't a finance professor. He wasn't a Wall Street genius. He was just a smart guy who figured out what works and shared it with the world. He also noted that trading is not for everyone. If you are going to gamble, you will probably lose. But if you treat trading as a business, if you study it, control your risk, and stay consistent, then yes, you can make real money. He instructs that you don't have to pursue every fad. The market doesn't ever disappear. Opportunities are always available. The key is to wait for the good opportunities. He also advises traders to stay emotionally detached. Don't fall in love with a stock. Don't panic when there is a drop. Follow your plan. Cut losses fast and let your profits run. It's simple but not easy, and that's why most people fail. Robbie's tale is a powerful testimony that you don't have to have a lot to get started. You don't need to leave your job. You don't need an economics degree. You just need curiosity, discipline, and patience. You don't need to begin with a lot of money. You can begin with $1,000 or $500. What you do with it is what matters. What matters is how you learn from each step. Your skills will build up over time. Your confidence will increase, and so will your result. And the best part is, you're in charge. You choose which stocks to invest in. You choose when to sell them. You choose how much money to risk. No boss to report to. No stress. Just you and your choices. But be truthful to yourself. Are you going to do your homework? Are you going to lose some and yet continue? Can you stay away from the temptation of searching for quick wins? Because if you can, then maybe you're ready to negotiate like Robbie Burns. Not everyone is going to be a millionaire. But if you follow a good plan, Don't do stupid things and stick to it. You'll be far ahead of the majority of people who never even try. Robbie's experience is proof that real wealth is not being the smartest or the quickest. It is the most persistent. He didn't take any shortcuts. He didn't rely on tips. He had faith in the process. And from that, he created liberty for himself. He spends his days writing, teaching, and yes, still trading, but on his terms. No alarms, no stress. Just a serene, confident style that's perfect for him. What makes Robbie Burns' tale special isn't the money, it's the attitude. When everyone else hopped on the bandwagon to brag about massive profits and quick cash, he set his mind to being long-term sustainable. He never made trading about ego. He never allowed a profitable month to get to his head, and he never allowed a losing trade to get him down. He reminds us over and over that trading is not perfect. It's about being good enough, often enough. That alone would keep so many new traders from going broke. You don't have to be right every time. You have to be right more often than you're wrong, and keep your losers small. Robbie is also a vocal advocate of the power of simplicity, not just in trading, but in life. He avoids complicated setups, doesn't employ multiple screens or sophisticated indicators, and doesn't let the cacophony of financial news dictate actions. His weapons of choice? A laptop, quality research materials, and good old-fashioned patience. And that's the reason that his approach can be replicated by anyone, not just financial experts. The second key element of his philosophy is knowing yourself. Robbie is adamant on the fact that every trader has specific strengths, weaknesses, and risk tolerance. He never makes you follow his trades blindly. What he rather wants you to do is to develop your own rules, your system, according to what feels comfortable for you. If you are someone who freezes with short-term volatility, swing trading or long-term investing would be more comfortable for you. If you are analytical and patient, his method of holding for several months until a stock reaches its target might be something that comes naturally to you. He also tells you that your attitude is your greatest asset. When fear comes into the market, and it always does, everyone else freezes or panics. Robbie, he doesn't. He gets excited when prices are going down because that's when you get bargains. It's what Warren Buffett always taught. Be greedy when everyone else is fearful. Robbie personifies that. He constructed over time what you might term a peaceful money machine. It didn't have to be constantly fed. It didn't need sophisticated algorithms or AI software, just sound, replicable steps. He searched for businesses that were briefly undervalued. Perhaps they had a hiccup in earnings, or perhaps the industry was out of favor, but he believed their fundamentals were good. He would quietly step in, establish his target, and walk away. When the stock hit his target, he sold. No theatrics, no agonizing, just results. He also made a point of holding cash. He never remained completely invested at all times. He had money on the sidelines, so that when there was a good chance, such as in a market decline or a correction, he would capitalize when other people were afraid. That's one more good trading habit of master traders. They don't trade on emotions. They remain ready. He frequently states that one of the best investments that you can ever make is in your education with finances. It is through reading books, learning from actual traders, and staying away from paid groups or get-rich-quick classes that you can succeed. Robbie always cautioned against fake experts peddling fantasies. True trading success is not a matter of secret systems. It's a shift in mind. So if you're a new entrant to the market or a past failure, maybe it's time to give the naked trader method a try. Get rid of the banter, get rid of the hype, and focus on the basics. Good businesses, smart entries, clean targets, and disciplined consistency. Because victory in trading isn't won through complexity, it is won through simplicity, repeated and practiced. And the good news? Robbie's story isn't a fairy tale ending. It's a template, a path that's been walked and proven. He still lives his life as he teaches, quietly, confidently, and consistently. He doesn't chase trends. He doesn't make big predictions on social media. He simply applies the same principles that worked yesterday and continues to work today. If one takes away only one lesson from the writings of Robbie Burns, it must be this: the amassing of wealth is a slow process. It is done through thoughtful consideration and the patience to let time work to enable great strides. Whether one is investing in stocks, business ventures, or retirement planning, this holds. Persistence beats passion. Gradual effort, applied daily, can lead to phenomenal results. Robbie's story teaches that success is not screaming. Success is not spending all day trading to make real money. And success is not even having a perfect plan. What you must possess is clarity, discipline, and trust in the process. Because all of that combined, the Naked Trader strategy becomes more than just a strategy. It's a way of life. If you're motivated by Robbie's story, subscribe, like, and share now and see how ordinary individuals are beating the market with sensible, simple strategies. In addition, consider sharing this with someone who has shown an interest in learning more about trading over time, but has no idea where to begin. Thanks again for watching. Stay alert, stay relaxed, and trade like a naked trader.